Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. It is wheel day. Once it loads, there we go. We're going to spin the wheel, we're going to do one of the challenges, and who knows what it's going to be. It could be any of these 16 options. Oh. Mirror Dungeon 1. Alright. That's something. I don't know, it's kind of boring, don't get me wrong, I definitely agree there, but maybe I can do something interesting. You know what? Let's make it a little bit interesting at least. Let's only run the middle IDs. These guys can definitely do like a Mirror Dungeon 2 alone. Or Mirror Dungeon 1 alone. Yeah, we'll run with that. Running with Screw Loose Wall Up because it's Envy, and not really any other reason. A lot of, like, oh yeah, Floor 1 is like only Slash Week, right? Yeah. God. Mirror Dungeon 1 sure is something. Definitely exciting because, like, Mirror Dungeon 3 is probably going to be in like 2 weeks or so. Like, it's definitely super close. Just how close is hard to say, but, I mean, it's going to be close. Speaking of close, we are one day away from the finale of Canto 5, which is super exciting. We're gonna get our, you know, Ishmael singing Pass On alongside, assumably, a new Millie song? We'll see. I'm hyped either way, though. God. Especially, like, the lack of an identity makes me really think they're gonna drop something, like, they're gonna drop some big lore stuff on us in the dungeon. I mean, they always do. The dungeon is always where, like, the real, like, character lore comes in. Since there's stuff like flashbacks and stuff. Especially since, like, it's been made very apparent, like, recently, but, like, Dante being able to, like, actually physically see the sinner's, like, memories and stuff manifesting when their emotions get high. So it's definitely going to keep on coming up, that's for sure. Exciting stuff. Okay, Envy Resonance, why not? Kill these guys. Dawn just gets, you know, her Envy damage and Envy power up thanks to Murso. These guys resist Blunt, but, you know, they still perish. Yeah, very much so. That's nice. Yeah. Is there any... I tried looking it up, but, like, what does that ship's name mean? Himini. With, like, 2 eyes. Oh, this does literally nothing for us. Because, like... I don't know. I don't think there's any ship like that in... Moby Dick. As far as I know, I don't think it's a Moby Dick reference with its name. Although it might be. I do know in Moby Dick there's like they do like meet like with a bunch of like random ships along the way, some of which have faced like horrible situations. So maybe like the Himini is one of those in the book, and that's what it's based on. Maybe it's something entirely different, like an urban legend or something. That could also make sense. And I mean like based on a real life urban legend. I don't mean, you know. God. Okay. Ting Tang boss. One unfortunate thing with this team is that we can't actually get Dawn's funny counter off until turn 5. Because we need to build up skill slots. So we're probably not going to be able to see her funny counter at all. Because, this is Mirror Dungeon 1. We are not making it at turn 5. Yeah, this guy is taking a fair bit of damage. Oh, we're inflicting a bunch of Envy Fragility on him next turn thanks to your skill 3. So next turn he's going to take 20% more damage from Envy attacks. And we only have a single Envy attack. Alright, Wrath Resonance is probably just a smarter move overall then. How did you get 2 tails at max sanity? What? Okay. Coin moment. And down it goes, nice. Yeah, 5-minute floor 1. Mirror Dungeon 1 sure is something. It sure is. Oh, envy or burn skills inflict additional burn by... Yeah, we'll take this for the joke. We'll just inflict 1 burn with each attack, basically. 2 burn on each attack from Dawn's skill 3. Let me just do something like that. We're gonna have, like... We're not gonna have nearly enough cost before we get to the store. Because the actual cost gain in Mirror Dungeon 1 is also atrocious. There's also only 2 stores in the entire thing, so you gotta spend it when you get it. Otherwise, you're never gonna make any use of it. Why not go for your skill 1 or your skill 2? The resonance here really doesn't do much of anything for us. Oh well. Okay, one of those 2 is gonna be getting the mark, it seems. Maybe that guy, I don't know. Looks like the one who was attacking Merso did the most damage. No, it was that guy, yeah, okay. Because he's doing slash damage for weak 2. Not very cool. We will kill you for that. Okay. Nice. And we do this. And I mean, they'll die sooner or later. That's always the thing. Even if they're, you know, resisting for now, it's temporary. But we get the envy power up thanks to Merso. That guy still lives this turn though, and that guy also still lives, huh? Odd. Not for long. Okay, another slash weak fight. We love slash weak fights in Mirror Dungeon 1. There's a couple of them. This will also be a situation to see. I guess the issue with doing Mirror Dungeon 1 is it means I'm, you know, slightly below pace for, like, getting to... slightly below pace when it comes to getting to, level 120 early, but, like, I'm still, like, I'm, like, what? 8 levels away from maxing the battle pass. I'm going to do the Mirror Dungeon 2 hard tomorrow, and it will finish the job. That's for sure. So even if we, like, I think we only gain, like, what, 1.5 levels from this, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while, but it's still something, I guess. The wheel, when the wheel speaketh, we listeneth. I need to refill the wheel. You know, that could be today's question of the day. What zany challenges do you want me to add to the wheel to try out in the future? Because, it's definitely running a little low now. There's a lot of funny challenges possible. Even stuff that are just normal-ish runs you can suggest. Like, if you're just like, oh yeah, do like, add like a, I don't know, like a bleed run or something like that works too. I don't know, I want to get your guys' ideas. Because there have been some pretty stupid ideas from you guys, which are always the funny ones. God. It's nice to be able to see the vending machine again. Been a while, it feels like. Okay, you do very little for us. I mean, I guess we can theoretically give everyone burn. Thanks to Pinpoint Logic Circuit. I don't know, though. Don't know how likely that's going to actually happen. Okay, more bugs. We're definitely taking a little bit of damage at this point. We're still, like, fine, of course, but it's definitely starting to build up. Need to be very careful, especially because we don't actually have a... Because this is Mirror Dungeon 1, not Mirror Dungeon 2, we do our first stagger thresholds. So we need to be a little careful. If we have extra cost, we can always, like, heal up or something. Oof, Merso's really close to being staggered. If they had just been a little bit luckier, Merso would have been staggered here. Luckily, we should be able to stagger most of the enemies now. And we should be mostly fine. Yeah, kill this guy. Nice. Alright, luckily that's going entirely for Dawn. I was worried for a second, but no. No need to be concerned. Dawn will take some one-sided attacks. She takes them decently well enough, and she's going to gain envy damage up again next turn in exchange. Since that's part of their gimmick. the middle gimmick. Or it's just Dawn's gimmick, not just the middle in general. But you know what I mean. You attacked us, perish. This is the closest we've actually gotten to be able to use Dawn counter. If we did nothing that turn, we could have theoretically used Dawn counter next turn. Not that it would do much for us. Okay, we get our shop now. We have 175 cost, so we can buy some things. We probably should just take lobotomy and just heal them both up a little bit. Just for safety, I guess. We're not going to be able to get, like, anything in the final shop. You gain, like, 10 cost per fight. I mean, this is how much cost you gain if you're doing Mirror Dungeon 2 without the Starlight rewards, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it is not good. We'll do this. We should save Chains of Loyalty until when you have an envy skill to go for. Because that's the skill Mersault has that actually buffs Dawn's envy attacks. For now, we instantly kill that guy with your skill 3. Nice. Do some decent damage to you. And of course, Guido is going to be marked, so that we'll be able to do some decent damage to him next turn, I hope. Do need to be a little careful with the Guido. He sure does have an insta-stagger attack. Okay, he's going for the insta-stagger attack. If he gets a heads with the first coin and then... Yeah, we could theoretically get staggered on Dawn here, because if he gets the heads, it'll have like 3 nails. He'll be at 7 nails, and then staggers them instantly if he hits. No, luckily we're clashing, so it doesn't matter. That's not a good clash up, so I'll teleport to get the enemy res here. You resist it. That's fine. But we get the absolute resonance. We get like the buffs from Chains of Loyalty, so we get enemy damage up and power up on both these attacks. And while teleport may not do enough, it'll make sure we win the clash and therefore don't get staggered, and we can use your skill too to do a lot of damage immediately after. So it works out. Yeah, look at that. Not bad. Could have been better, don't get me wrong. If it was like her counter or something, then it would have been even better. Not that we really need that though. We're in a spot where we almost can counter everything. You're gonna inflict quite a few nails. Clash will apply 1 fanatic to all allies next turn. Rude. Proof of Loyalty should kill, which means you should be able to adjust Vengeance one-sided Guido, which should stagger him. Yes, like that, exactly. Yep, look at that. And tails in the final coin, we still staggered though, so it didn't make a difference. Mersault should be able to stagger plus. Yep. And now we just kill. Once again, didn't even get the chance to get the Dawn counter going. Just no fights take 5 turns. Like 4 turns at the most, even with 2 people. At least so far. Maybe one of these later fights will change that. Maybe one of these later fights someone will get staggered and die. Oh, we're definitely taking lithograph though. That's for sure. Healing whenever we stagger an enemy. That'll matter. That'll matter a lot. We can do something like that. That'll work out. Boss is weak to Blunt and Envy. Alright. I mean, that's what? That's preceding Inquisitors, right? So they're weak to Envy and they're neutral to Blunt, but they resist the other damage types. So it's only like semi-weak to Blunt and Envy. It's the best. It doesn't mean weak to those damage types as much as it means they're the most effective. So if there is no weaknesses, it'll of course go for the one that's neutral over the ones that are protected. You do like nothing. We'll ignore you and go for the... Are you inflicting paralyzed next turn though? That's rude. But these 2 attacks are much scarier. Yeah, okay. We'll do something like this. You'll get 1 paralysis next turn. You should be able to live with that though. Because, yeah, this staggers. Mersault probably also staggers. This thing is weak to Envy. Yep, nice. And you get your paralysis off. We just can't let you clash, really. Or we could. Oh, there's nothing to clash against. Okay. That works too, I guess. Okay, we do this. Wrath guy definitely perishes. Dawn does some damage to this guy. Not the most because of the paralysis, but that's fine. And of course, your skill 3 breaks this guy's arm, without a doubt. There is a doubt. This guy resists Blunt and Fry, doesn't he? Yeah, just Blunt, but you know, that was still just enough of a difference, I suppose. We do something like this. This should take them both out. Or take the Lust guy and this guy's arm out. So we can't exactly kill him this turn, yeah. We remember, does the job. Now we just stagger you and you die. Okay, turn 4. This is the closest we've gotten, once again, to actually being able to use Dawn Counter. However, we're going to stagger this guy this turn. And you know what that means. That's right. He's going to die. The secret is obviously run more than just the 2 middle units. Like, there isn't really, like, the most benefits for only running the 2 middle units over, like, just having a team of 5. So, like, that's the clear, like, solution to the issue, but then you have to run a team of 5, which is lame. This doesn't hit anything, right? It's only bleed attacks and single coin attacks or something, inflict more bleed. Oh, no, wait, bleed, is it bleed attacks? No, it's only single coin skills, yeah. So we don't have a single coin skill unless we use egos. We will use egos occasionally, potentially. So I guess that's when we get some usage out of the nail. Nice. Also nice. Some of these guys are just blunt. You two luckily are neutral to blunt at least. You did the most damage, so you're going to take more hits this turn, but we cannot hit you with any of our attacks. That's unfortunate. Oh well. We could try using an ego or something like a mass attack to actually, like, change that, but the only mass attack we could, like, reasonably use would be, like telepole, and that guy resists pierce anyways, so he's going to get marked again, that's the thing. Because none of these guys are going to win clashes, so he's the only one dealing damage this turn. Yep. Enjoy your mark, kind sir. This turn we will get a Chains of Loyalty off on you then. That's something. Yeah. So, something it sure is. There's not really much else to say about it. And that's a kill. Do you kill the other guy too? No, that guy's still a little too healthy. Oh, I guess Merso's also going for you, right? Because you had 2 skill slots? Yeah. Still not gonna kill, but that's fine. Yeah, you get countered for 9 damage. Scary stuff. And you're panicking. Turns you're taking 50% more damage. Too many of your allies have died, and so you're sad and stuff. There's no way because they're both getting staggered this turn. That's the thing. Your blunt resistance means nothing, and like the Ting Tang guy's like high HP bar means nothing. Because yep, there's the stagger. We get a little bit of healing from the lithograph, and Just Vengeance just does a lot of damage. And Mercy finishes the job. Oh, we actually, that was turn 5. We could have countered there. Huh. Didn't even think about it. It wouldn't have been a good idea anyways, because, like, we just killed them without needing the counters. But it could have been cool to actually see it in action at least once. No dice. Okay, talismans. We'll go bottom pass so we can go to the store. We actually will have 200 cost, roughly, I think. How much do we get from the after? We'll get 18 from this fight. We'll have almost 200, nothing else. There is no tier 4s that can show up in the shops here, so, like, it's not really a big deal one way or another. What do we ignore? Probably you, yeah. Okay, this is the play. Proof of Loyalty does a lot of damage to you. Envy weak, baby. Nice. And then this hits for neutral, but it still could be enough to stagger. Nah, not quite. Not really that close either. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we can keep on clashing against everything though, so we're gonna be good. We could have just executed the last guy there and like let ourselves get hit a little bit, which isn't the worst idea. I really should have checked how much damage the extra Pekatule were doing. It's nice to stagger a bunch of them, though. Oh, you just barely didn't stagger. Oh, the burn might have staggered you. The burn did stagger you. Love to see it. Let's see, recording. Yeah, recording this guy. Just one side of it, honestly. And then you can take this, you can take this, you can take this. Okay. I think we're hitting a weaknesses on literally everyone we're attacking here. So that's convenient. That guy survives. Unfortunate. This guy gets staggered. As expected, so we didn't need to worry about clashing him. Good. Nice. And good damage against you, too. Nice. Okay, your arm's still intact ever so slightly. We just go for all our weak attacks this turn. Save the strong ones so that we can just burst down this guy's arm. Oh, we could counter. Although, the issue is, Snake Eye's speed is going to be like a 3. Like, you know it's going to be atrocious. The only way we're actually getting a counter off is if we counter, yeah, 1 speed. I don't know why I said 3. It was going to be 1. What's the speed value for your body? 1 to 2, yeah. I knew it was something very low like that. Oh, wait, never mind. We're in Mirror Dungeon 1. The max team size is 5. In Abno fights, we can literally never get Dawn's counter working. That is lame. Huh. Since you need 6 resonance to actually get the counter working. And the max we can do in Abno fights is 5. So Dawn's counter in Mirror Dungeon 1 is lame. This is a kind of surprisingly lame team to have in Mirror Dungeon 1. Do more damage against Abnos, sure. That'll be good against the final boss here. We can give Dawn another skill 3, sure. And everyone's full. The Lithograph's done a lot for us, and also Abno fights are a lot easier to take on with smaller groups. Heal them both up to full. And Inquisitor time. Weak to blunt, weak to or neutral to blunt, weak to envy. What more could you ask for? Yep. God, it's so funny how everything they're in preceding Inquisitor just have the exact same sprite. Like, they're not even different at all. Yeah, speed damage isn't too bad. I really like this guy. I really like to be able to hit both of them, but don't really know the best way to go about doing this. You hit that guy. You can take. I don't really want to get hit by either of these, though. He's gonna inflict 10 bleed if we go for this. We can take the 10 bleed. I don't want him to gain more instincts. I'd like him to not have instincts. So we do this. We hit him twice, so he's down to 2 instincts next turn. That's a lot more bearable. And Merso should be able to take away both this guy's instincts. There we go, that's good. And yep, this is a one-sided we can't do anything about. At least it's neutral. You heal up, that's fine. Because you don't gain instincts from that one, so you're down to 2 now. We'll save the Just Vengeance. You'll get countered, that's fine. We'll do something like this turn. That looks good. We're building up for next turn, effectively. Ooh. Almost staggered that guy, actually, huh? I wasn't bothering because I knew he'd have the protection from his instincts, so I was like, yeah, let's just focus on the other guy a little bit right now. But, you know, this is what Envy Weakness does to these guys. Okay. We're going to double Just Vengeance you, and then, like, Chains of Loyalty, we remember you. It'll do a lot of damage. This one's not Envy, unfortunately, so it's not going to do the most damage. It still will just kill you, though. Assuming we got all heads. Yep, nice. Single Tails there, and I think we wouldn't have gotten it. Maybe the Tails in, like, the final one would have been fine, but otherwise I don't think so. And Merso finished the job. Not quite. Dawn, give this guy a good 1-2 wallop. And down it goes. There we go. How convenient. You did 70% damage, yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Give me my... No, it is only a single level, okay. Good to know. Past level 112. I mean, we're still, like, almost there, so it works. I also still don't have paid lunacy. One of these days I'll get it again. Probably, like, tomorrow or something. But yeah, I don't know. short episode. Mirror Dungeon 1 runs are certainly something. Insane to think how that was the norm back in the day. It feels so, like, minuscule, so insignificant compared to Mirror Dungeon 2. And it really makes me wonder, will we feel the same way once Mirror Dungeon 3 comes out about Mirror Dungeon 2? Only time will tell. But that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!